Imagine two people standing at the same starting line. Both have the same dream, the same resources, the same 24 hours in a day. One chooses to improve by just 1% every single day. The other stays exactly where they are. Fast forward 1 year, the difference. The first person isn't just 365% better. They're 37 times better than where they started. Sounds impossible. Let me show you why this simple math changes everything. We live in a world obsessed with overnight success. We see the highlight reels, the viral moments, the sudden breakthroughs. But what we don't see are the small, almost invisible steps that happen behind the scenes. Today, I want to share with you the most powerful success principle I've ever discovered, the 1% rule. And I promise you, by the end of this, you'll never look at your daily habits the same way again. Let me take you back to 2003. British cycling was in terrible shape. For nearly 100 years, British riders had been nothing short of mediocre. Since 1908, they had won just a single gold medal at the Olympic Games. Professional teams refused to hire British riders because they believed the bikes were unlucky. It was that bad. Then everything changed when they hired a man named Dave Brailsford as the new performance director. His philosophy was simple but strange. He called it the aggregation of marginal gains. His approach? Search for tiny 1% improvements in everything they did. Brailsford and his team began making small adjustments everywhere. They redesigned the bike seats to make them more comfortable. They rubbed alcohol on the tires for better grip. They asked riders to wear electrically heated overshorts to maintain ideal muscle temperature. They tested different fabrics in a wind tunnel to find the most aerodynamic material for suits. But they didn't stop there. They painted the inside of the team truck white to spot dust that could degrade bike performance. They hired a surgeon to teach riders the best way to wash their hands to avoid getting sick. They even determined the type of pillow and mattress that led to the best night's sleep for each rider. And they brought them to hotels during competitions. These improvements were so small, so minor, that individually they seemed almost ridiculous. But when you add them all together, magic happened. Just 5 years after Brailsford took over, the British cycling team dominated the 2008 Beijing Olympics. They won 60% of the gold medals available. 4 years later, at the London Olympics, they set 9 Olympic records and 7 world records. From 2007 to 2017, British riders won 178 world championships, 66 Olympic or Paralympic gold medals, and 5 Tour de France victories. A team that had been failing for a century became the greatest cycling team in the world. Not through one massive change, but through hundreds of tiny improvements. Here's where it gets even more powerful. If you improve by 1% every day for a year, you don't end up 365% better. Because of compound growth, you end up 37.78 times better than when you started. That's the formula. 1.01 to the power of 365 equals 37.78. But here's the scary part, it works in reverse too. If you get 1% worse each day for a year, you decline nearly down to 0. 0.99 to the power of 365 equals 0.03. That's why your small choices matter more than you think. The beauty of the 1% rule is that it removes the pressure of perfection. You don't need to overhaul your entire life tomorrow. You don't need to become a different person overnight. You just need to be slightly better than yesterday. Want to write a book? Don't aim for a chapter a day. Write 1 paragraph. Want to get fit? Don't commit to 2-hour gym sessions. Do 10 push-ups. Want to learn a language? Don't study for hours. Learn 3 new words. These tiny improvements feel easy, achievable, almost insignificant. And that's exactly why they work. You'll actually do them. And when you do them consistently, they compound into extraordinary results. The truth is, we dramatically overestimate what we can achieve in a day. And we dramatically underestimate what we can achieve in a year with consistent effort. Your life doesn't change in a single moment. It changes in a million tiny moments that build upon each other. So what can we learn from this story? First, success isn't about making giant leaps. It's about making consistent small steps in the right direction. Second, your daily habits matter far more than your occasional heroic efforts. Third, patience and consistency will always beat intensity and inconsistency. The 1% rule teaches us that excellence isn't an event. It's a habit. It reminds us that we don't need to be perfect. We just need to be better than yesterday. Every small choice you make today is a vote for the person you're becoming tomorrow. Start today. Not with massive changes, but with one tiny improvement. Because a year from now, you'll wish you had started today. Remember, 1% better every day isn't just a strategy. It's a philosophy that transforms lives. The question isn't whether small improvements matter. The question is, what's your 1% today?